Major moves, we going all in, like we got nothing to lose. We making moves, we making major moves, we making moves, we making major moves, we making moves.
Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you guys for actively deciding to spend time with me. I'm just a guy in a Spider-Man mask, a cool one I might add. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just providing information and content already on the internet, and I just read it and present it to you guys in a way that may reach you or may not reach you. Whatever the reason is you found my page, I'm grateful you're here, and thank you for spending time with me. Let's get into this.
What is up, everybody? I am Mr. Man, and I came to bring the heat today. I got a good one for you. Let me be real here, man. When I come to make a video for you guys, I legitimately get excited because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy digging for the info. I enjoy putting it all together and then wrapping it up in a beautiful little package for you guys to unwrap and enjoy. Anyways, let's jump into this. Today is all about the ETDA 2023 Electronic Trade Document Act 2023. So, a brief summary into what it is and how we got to where we are. Okay? The Electronic Trade Document Act, why it matters and what it means for the use of electronic bills of lading. And believe me, this has to do with cryptocurrency. So if you don't think it does, I hate to see you go, but if you know and understand use cases and where use cases come in, this is for you. And this here involves one of my two of my favorite cryptos, XDC XRP. Let's jump into this. So this came out just July 25th. This has to do with the ETDA, the bills of lading, the Unicitral, and the MLETR in the UK. Because this is where it came out. It got passed through the, I guess the SCA had gone through that first, and it got passed to through the I don't even know the progress there, through their house, the House of Lords, and then it got up to the Senate, I believe it is, and then it finally got royal assent in July. I want to say July. I don't remember, but might say it in here. Either way, it got royal assent, and now it's going to be enacted in September 20th. So 17 years ago, Alex Goulandris, founder and co-head of ICE Digital Trade, asked me to join his then startup to develop a legal framework for electronic bills of lading. As a maritime lawyer, I often wondered why the international trade community was woeful behind other industries in digitizing, and here was my chance to find out. So if anybody ever wonders why we use common law here on land, it's because of this. All right, it's because of the UK. This is why we use this, the maritime law here on land. Suffice to say, I did not anticipate that we would still be talking about this topic almost 2 decades later. We developed the ICE Digital Trade Legal Framework, which contractually ensures that electronic bills of lading are the legal equivalent to paper. Over the years, that contractual framework received broad acceptance, and the bulker industry in particular has been using these e-bills of lading at scale for well over a decade. Some trade routes are at 70% digital, recognizing the e-bills are the answer to the difficulties, cost, and inefficiencies associated with white paper bills of lading. While the contractual framework has proven valuable, a legislative landscape enabling trade digitization was bound to follow. Level playing field, everybody needs to operate on that same field, at the same digitization at that point. Interoperability is what they're talking about here. So, when the Unicitral published the Model Law and Electronic Transfer Records, that's the MLETR, I participated in the working group tasked with developing the model, and we were hoping for a quick uptake given the pace of digitization and in other sections. Bahrain was the first to embrace the new the model in 2018. However, adoption only began to accelerate post-COVID 2021 and 2022. That seems to be the trend here of things. Post-COVID, everything's post-COVID. COVID accelerated everything. Does it seem like there was a scheme behind this? I'm just saying, right? By the way, guys, if my page blows up here because I post some of these, I guess, questionable things on my page, look me up on Twitter, alright? I do. You see my name right up there, Mr. Man XRP. Look me up on Twitter. If you see my page disappears because YouTube and I aren't seeing eye to eye, they're not agreeing with what I'm posting. But when 6 further nations, most notably Singapore, implemented versions of the MLTR, so on July 20th, a huge milestone toward trade digitization was achieved. The UK's Electronic Trade Document Bill, which is influenced by the model law, the MLTR, received royal assent, officially becoming the Electronic Trade Document Act. It is rumored that France and Germany are soon to follow. And the G7 have publicly declared that they will adopt legislation recognizing electronic bills of lading. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. It is noteworthy that the state of New York recognizes that the e-bills as far back as 2001. However, the nature of international trade is such that one country recognizing something is not sufficient. You need coalition. You need that meshing of things to happen. So, what does this newfound energy to digitize mean for trade and the use of e-bills? Addressing some of the most common questions we get. Will contractual frameworks disappear? Not overnight. The contractual frameworks have served the industry well the last 10 plus years, and they have an ongoing role to play in the transition from private law, contractual system, to public law, statutory recognized system. So we're switching from private to public. While the number of countries which have adopted the MLETR like legislation is limited, trust in local law bills will need to be built up over time by showing successful adoption and scalable use in predetermined trade lanes, just like we did when we first introduced the e-bills, which were governed by a contractual framework. All right, so that gives you a bit of an understanding. Let's just jump right into this here. So this is TradeFinex. These guys are, XDC is a partner of theirs. They are one of the global players in terms of trade finance here. So XDC liquidity. I have my own theory, and I'm sure a lot of you guys subscribe to it as well, where XDC, XRP, XLM, will be dubbed stable coins. Not in the traditional sense where they're backed by, fiat dollars. I've shown before where there are stable coins, non-traditional stable coins, known as global stable coins, which have a backing by central bank reserves. And I do believe this is one of them. I do believe XRP is one of them, and I do believe XLM is another one of those. How that looks, how that comes into fruition, I'm not sure. I'm still learning as I go. I could be wrong. But for now, that is the working model that I believe. So XDC liquidity. Let's go down to this, okay? Here's where I want to get XDC liquidity for trade finance. Background. Ripple, interesting way to start, has successfully showcased the use of digital assets on its decentralized network, XRP. Remittance companies can use the liquidity of XRP across corridors to process faster retail payments. XRP built its liquidity from USD, so from 250,000 per day to approximately 2 billion per day. That's where we're at right now. XDC, digital asset on XinFin network, stands for XinFin. Currently traded across 18 global markets. Wow. XDC has demonstrated the ability to be a liquid asset against multiple fiat currencies across different jurisdictions. Isn't that interesting? XDC was the second most liquid digital asset against Indonesia FX markets for IDR. XDC was the most liquid asset on the IDEX. XDC is building its liquidity against these currencies here: the USD, the GBP, JPY, and AED. Okay, so this is an older one here, but this is what I want to show you guys. This is from Global Trade Leaders. This is back from October 17th, 2022. I just want to jump right down to here. So this says, Trade Tech issues trade finance backed XDC blockchain token. So TradeTex, a trade finance asset distribution technology company, launched the first fully regulated fungible security token backed by trade finance. Did you hear this? Launched the first fully regulated fungible token backed by trade finance on the XDC just last year. Just last year. So if you guys are wondering why there's no liquidity or why these crypto aren't moving like we would like them to move yet, because we only have small adoption still. We're not at the scale of the globe yet. When we have the global heads playing with these things and adopt them and implement them, then by design, scales of economy will trickle down to where we are. And these prices will increase to where they are. Do you see what I'm saying there? That's the first. And I'll show you guys this first project here that they made. So TradeTech's new security token solves these issues by tokenizing pool of securities, finance asset on the network of XDC, and making them available to retail investors with as little as $104 USD. Last time I checked, I could get XDC for 6 cents. So why would I want $104 for this thing? We're here early, folks. We are here early. Get the infrastructure, not financial advice. Get the infrastructure. That's what I'm doing. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm getting the infrastructure as opposed to the offerings on top of that infrastructure. Okay. So let me just show you that here. So this is the Trada token. This is that token there, that security token that TradeTex had created. So here it says, own the real economy. Trada token is the first trade finance backed security asset, allowing you to invest in real world assets. The offer period has now expired. Please join us and other exciting projects in the future. So this thing is null and void, done, but I still want to take you through it to give you an idea of what they were creating. So discover Trada token. I'm going to mute my volume here so you can hear this thing better.
Imagine you could own a token that lets you participate in the real economy. A token that finances real companies and that supports real people. Introducing the Trada token, the first real asset-backed token that is being minted to make a difference to underserved small and medium-sized companies, while creating an attractive income and growth opportunity for everyone. Trada tokens provide a solution to a worthy problem, bringing funding to real businesses around the globe. Trada tokens are collateralized with real-world assets and offer full reserve pool transparency. Any money from newly minted tokens will be deployed with the help of our partner network to selected companies worldwide. By using proprietary technology, Trada tokens become the digital conduit to the real economy. Trada tokens are powered by the XDC network and by TradeTech, the leading trade finance platform that enables fast, frictionless, and transparent deployment and monitoring of tokens and assets. Trada token. Own the real economy.
Or own the infrastructure. That's the route I prefer. But what do I know, right? I'm a grown-ass man in a Spider-Man mask. We all know that. I don't know too much, clearly. Powered by TradeTex and the XDC network, Strata token will unlock the value presently inaccessible to private investors, inherent to trade assets. So that's a security token. This Strata token aims to make trade finance available to everyone. This pulsing color is really irritating. So, in a nutshell, that is that. And I want to take you through their download section here. So this is the white paper they have on it. This is the version of supplement. This is dated November. This is just a month after they had dropped it. Literally, not even 3 weeks. For the issue and public offering up to 5 million Strata tokens. So this thing is now expired. I'm going to take you down to the table of contents. Just something I want to show you quickly. Second page. Where is it? Maybe third page. Bear with me. I appreciate you guys. Just know that I got some excellent stuff to show you. Where was it? Okay, let's just... That's it right there. Risk related to the XDC. There we go. So the Strata token will be issued on the XDC network via the Strata platform, as well as all software applications. There is a risk that Strata platform will contain errors, which could result in a misallocation of Strata tokens. So clearly they launched before they were ready. In addition, due to the fact that the regulatory environment underpinning offerings of security tokens is subject to change and development, procedures provided by the Strata platform cease to be compliant with applicable law and regulations during the period in which the offering is open. So, while the issuer has sought to ensure that its processes comply with applicable law and regulations in particular in relation to the identification and approval of subscribers and or subscribers for KYC and AML, regulation of the sale and custody of the digital asset is subject to rapid technological and regulatory change. They don't have the whole wallet process streamlined yet, and there's no regulations surrounding that yet. So any failure to comply with applicable law and regulations could have a material adverse effect on the issuer and the Strata tokens. So what do? You buy it, where does it go? I don't know any wallets that hold this thing. Unless it just sits on like the exchange and like Globiance or something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just spitballing. Okay, just going back now. So here, SBI. Now back to some more real world adoptions for XRP, XDC for trade finance. SBI synergy with XRP and XDC, unleashing the potential for both networks. And this was just in June. Okay. So, in the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, financial institutions are constantly seeking innovative solutions to enhance their operations. The SBI recently made headlines by expressing its belief in the potential of XDC network after a successful partnership with Ripple and XRP. So the partnership, okay, we know that they're a partner. If you guys don't know their partners, I'll go through this for you. SBI has had a long-standing partnership with Ripple and has actively utilized the XRP token. So you heard that? Actively utilized the XRP token for cross-border transactions. Ripple's technology has undoubtedly brought significant advantages to SBI. Undoubtedly. Allowing for faster and more effective international transfers. The partnership with Ripple has been fruitful, and SBI continues to appreciate the benefit of working with XRP. Who wouldn't? Save your business money, your international business some real money there. Transport, whatever it is you're transporting. With my face on sideways. Okay. Despite the successful partnership with XRP, SBI has recognized the potential of XDC and its advantages over XRP. The XDC network is built on the Zinfin hybrid blockchain, which combines the best features of public and private blockchains. The unique architecture allows for greater scalability, interoperability, and security, making it an attractive option for SBI's VC, venture capital's trade platform. SBI's decision to explore XDC network as a more suitable option for its VC trade platform is rooted to the network's efficiency. XDC network offers faster transaction speed and lower fees compared to many other blockchain networks. The scalability of XDC allows SBI to handle a larger volume of transactions without compromising performance, ensuring smooth and reliable operations for their users. Man, this just sounds beautiful. Beautiful. SBI's VC trade platform is a digital asset exchange that facilitates trading and investing in various crypto. With the growing demand for digital assets, SBI recognizes the need for a blockchain network that can support its expanding user base. XDC's network's advanced features, combined with focus on enterprise use cases, position it as an ideal choice for SBI VC trade. Man, it just sells itself. We read this. Okay. This. So this here. This came out in May. May of this year. This year is 2023. I date it so that way we can look back at this and we will know how damn early we were. This is by OECD. That's one of the real regulators here. WTO, one of the real regulators here for trade finance, and the UN, another regulator, okay? Or recommender, if you will. They recommend, we highly recommend that you all follow this or else you will not adhere to regulations. Oh yeah, okay, so you're a regulator, essentially. But they won't tell you that. Okay. Where was I? What was I want to show you guys? Executive summary. Just bear with me again. Okay. So this 29th WTO Trade Monitoring Report reviews trade. Is that I want to read? And trade-related measures implemented by G20 economies during the period from October 16, 2022 to May 15th, 2023. The G20 trade monitoring reports have been prepared since 2009. What happened in 2009 that we're aware of? The other economic collapse when the CMBS, the commercial mortgage-backed securities, had collapsed at that point. So since then, these guys have been keeping reports, keeping track. Looks like on a quarterly basis, not a quarterly, maybe dual quarterly, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, just over a year, under a year, more than a half a year. Okay, there we go. In response to the request by G20 leaders to the WTO, together with the Organization for Economics, Cooperation and Development, the OECD, and the UN, to monitor and report on trade and investment measures implemented by G20 economies. The previous trade monitoring report on G20 economies, which covered the period from, okay. So the report is issued under the sole, yep, that wasn't it. Not the introduction. I don't care. Okay, so world merchandise trade volume slumped in the fourth quarter of 2022 and remained weak in the fourth quarter of 2023, weighed down by the war in Ukraine, stubbornly high inflation, and tighter monetary policy. The 2.4% quarter-on-quarter decline in Q4 dragged trade sales growth for 2022 down 2.7%, below the WTO's forecast of 3.5% from last October, but Better than the more negative scenarios envisaged at the start of the war, the WTO's current forecast projects subpar growth of 1.7 in 2023, picking up to 3.2 in 2024. That's a double. That's a doubling to me right there. So for next year, we'll double that 1.7. Let's dismisses. Yeah, that's doubling it right there, man. That's beautiful. But the outlook remains clouded by downside risks, including geopolitical tensions, food and energy insecurity, increased risk of financial instability, and a high level of external debt. Wow. Well, yeah. Here we go. Here's the forecast for that. Anywhere within this range. Anywhere within this range they're forecasting. Okay. So, now that we know the G20 is linked to it, it's not rolling out to the G20 yet. However, it is rolling out to the G7. The G7 is behind this movement here for the trade finance, the electronic trade document act is going to be implemented. So list of countries and regions where remittance is permitted right now for SBI. List of countries and regions where SBI remit and its partners can remit funds presently. The countries and regions where we can remit funds may change depending on international circumstances. So this is as of March. Look at these countries right here. Sri Lanka, big. Brazil, big. India, big. Pakistan, big. Bangladesh, big. Thailand, big. China, massive. Okay, well, stop popping up here. Massive. Just massive. Alright, so here there's a map of where they're showing you they can remit. Is this here? No, that's something else I was looking at. This is it here. So, the Electronic Trade Documents Act, a move to digitalize trade documentation under English law. This came out September 4th. Today is the 11th, so 7 days ago. On July 2023, we know about this stuff already. So here are key features. Defining a paper trade document, defining an electronic trade document, allowing possession and endorsement of an electronic trade document, allowing change of form between either or, paper to electronic, is now permitted. Defining a paper trade document, defining an electronic trade document. We all know what paper is, let's see what electronic is. For an electronic trade document to fall within the definition or the purview of the ETDA, it must first have the same function of a paper trade document. It must also be used under a reliable system to ensure, among other things, that it can be distinguished from any other copies and cannot be altered without authorization and cannot be used by more than one person at any given time. That's where the blockchain comes in. And that's where the immutability of records and record keeping comes in on the blockchain. In order to determine whether a reliable system has been used, the below matters will be taken into consideration. Any rules of the system that apply to its operation, any measures taken to secure the integrity of information held on the system, any measures taken to prevent unauthorized access to and use of the system, the security of the hardware and software used by the system, the regularity of and extent of any audit of the system by an independent body, any assessment by the reliability of the system made by a body with supervisory and regulatory functions, and the provision of any voluntary scheme or industry standards that apply in relation to the system. Whew, that's a... Okay. Now what I want to show you guys also, where are we at here? This is what I want to show you guys. So in 2017, we had learned this already now, back in the first webpage I had shown you there. This is adopted in 2017. The MLETR enables the use of electronic bills of lading promissory notes, XRP and XDC liquidity for trade finance, and we had gone through that. Let me let you hear what they say and how they say it, okay? Let me mute my mic.
Andre, your thoughts, please.
So I think there is this key MLETR trend, and the model law was published in 2017. Some jurisdictions have adopted it, and the UK, as Emmanuel said, is going to be a key trigger, because the English law is key in global trade. But there is another development. I mean, Emmanuel said code needs law. I think that's right. And the technology world has progressed a lot, and cryptography in particular, together with blockchain, now enables basically to digitize the ownership of an electronic record, to digitize the transfer of ownership, to demonstrate the exclusive ownership of a particular electronic record. And this could not be done 10 years ago, unless you had like a club structure where you agreed with a central database that would be the custodian. Now technology, and again, it's mainly cryptography with electronic signatures, of course, but also blockchain, enables you to have an electronic record represented as a file that can be transferred between parties without all those parties being connected to the same platform. So really freely transferable documents. And that's what technology brings. And it's very recent technology in response to the MLETR, which is a legal framework, a legal requirement. So the two together now enables banks to serve their clients, indeed, in a very seamless fashion, so that there's no disruption. What they're going to see on screen is not just a scanned copy of a paper document, but is the actual original document, whether it represents a guarantee, a bill of exchange, or prom note. And the marriage of the two, the legal developments around the countries through the jurisdictions aligning with MLETR, together with the technology world bringing new technologies, and again, mainly cryptography, is very promising, because now banks can take advantage of those technologies to serve their clients in a fully electronic way. And we can go much further, because once you digitize those documents, you can organize, fraud protection. You can track the financing status of a particular instrument to fight double funding of specific instruments, or double use of specific instruments as a collateral. So this is an additional value proposition, but I think I want to highlight it, because for banks this is sometimes the key to be protected from a fraud perspective, rather than the digitization, which is sometimes is seen as an intermediary step.
Good. Thank you.
So that's how I've been doing my videos. When I make my videos, I try to make them easy to follow. I add as much information as I can. That way you can see what I'm talking about there. As they're talking about these cryptocurrencies, they're not going to flash XRP and XDC, but I certainly will, because I know what they're talking about. There is one other bank I wanted to show you that's heavy in this game here. Just quickly, I'm just going to quickly do this here. You guys may or may not know them, but it's Exim Bank. Exim Bank and XRP. These guys are big with Exim. Man, this guy's Graham, what's his face? Ripple and Euro Exim to trial new blockchain-based trade finance capabilities for Xcurrent. Huh? Ripple has signed. Like, these guys they've been together for I don't know how long, since 2019 I believe it was. I'll show you a quick video of them. I'm sure I posted them before, but just a quick video. Is it just me, or did you guys see that too? That trade finance is going to grow by 74%. They're forecasting trade finance to grow by 74% by 2026. That's legitimately 2 and some change years from now. So that tells me for it to grow that much, something has to happen in 2024, 2025, for it to grow 74% in 2026. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? This is legit. This is the time now when you should be standing in front of your mirror or standing in front of yourself and assessing yourself and recognizing, am I ready for this? Some of you guys will squander your money away. Some of you will squander your newfound wealth and not know what to do with it. And you're going to end up in the same loop and cycle you've always been in. You're going to take your money and wealth and assume you want to, what it's like to be rich, and you're going to blow it on like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and just dumb shit like that. And your money will be gone faster than it took for you to even sit there and wait to get it. So my question is, how are you going to compound your money? And when I say compound your money, money comes in. What keeps this money in, right? Because the human nature, the retail investor nature, or the consumer nature is to hold on to it and save it and then just keep spending and spending and spending until it shrinks and just deflates. How are you going to compound your newfound wealth? Take some of that wealth and invest it in other things so that your money is making you money. That way you don't have to give up your time. You don't have to give up your energy. You don't have to give up your life to do any of these things. Be smart about it. Compound your money, have your money make you money, which is why I'm a real estate investor, which is why I'm doing my best to show you guys real estate and to help you understand it. But by all means, look me up, shoot me an email if you want. I'm looking to do one-on-one coaching with people there. That is time consuming. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I do drop information and nuggets here on real estate investing and how it works and the flow of it in regard to the cycles that we're currently going through right now. Now isn't the time to buy. We're still on the... Not yet. We have further down to go. We have further down to go. When we hit that further low, that's when it's time to capitalize on real estate. But will you be ready to capitalize on that point? Will you have your cryptocurrency plan and strategy ready to be implemented and capitalize on it? If not, look me up, Mr. Man XRP. Shoot me a tweet, I guess, or a DM on Twitter, or you can hit me up on my email. My email is mrmanxrp@gmail.com. Look me up. Let's talk. Let's collaborate. Let's do some business together. Until the next time, guys, I appreciate the time that we spend and share together.
Making major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.